great football in Green Bay. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From the 27, Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. And this one's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers.
Got his man, it's Bo Melton.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
They run again with Dillon.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after
after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for James Conner. And right away, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the 30 on 2nd down, Murray. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Dillon. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. Their first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This pass complete to Melton. Touchdown, Packers! Bo Melton, 47 yards. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 21-0 our score after 1. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. Connor will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Dillon. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got Dobbs over the middle. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. From the gun, it's Dillon. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. He's able to find Melton. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, he's got the hook up with Dobbs. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He finds Watson complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal. Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Again, it'll be Dillon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander and into the end zone. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Murray trying again after the pick six. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Rodgers going to throw.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now here's the option play going left.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw again on second down. Murray looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Devontae Wyatt
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On play action, it's Murray. And his throw here's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's Kingsley Enagbari finding a way in to bring him down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now. And I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. This is Dillon on the counter. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They run once more with Dillon. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Packers have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. It's Brown. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals are able to claw one back. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 12-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 58 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, D.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And Lambo will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Murray. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Dillon up the middle.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend their lead even further. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Play fake. Murray.
This will be caught by Brown.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
They run behind center with Connor, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Connor up the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so long.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.